Hello and welcome. This is Mousecunner, and we're back with some more Neo Scavenger. So we got to use our rifle for the first time. One of those crazy, I forget what they're called. We'll see with the sash. Blue frog priests attacked me, and I just shot him in the chest, and he went down. Oh, cool. We got a digital water tester. We don't have any of the pellets, though. I think you need pellets to get that to work. The sash, I don't think we want to have. I mean, we could wear this if we wanted to, but I'm not a member of that crazy group, so I don't think we'll be wearing that. He had a shoe, he had a hospital gown, he had cargo pants that are in better shape than mine, so we're going to empty these out. What is in the can? I don't actually know what's in this can here. Let's empty that out. A pill organizer. What's in the pill organizer? Let's take a look. I'm going to put this in my hand. It's a blood thinner. Okay, we'll take that and we'll put it in our medical kit. I'm hoping that will fit. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. I'm glad we found that. I don't know at what point a blood thinner would be useful to us. Let's go ahead and empty out our current pants, and we'll take those off and put them down on the ground. This is a better conditioned pair, so we'll wear those. And then the shirt is going to go in my pocket, and we've got a couple plastic bags and a lighter as well. We're also going to be carrying. And he had a flip-flop, which I'm definitely not going to wear. From what I've seen of the flip-flops, they have a chance of falling off when you're moving around, which is a pain in the ass. Let's empty this out too. We don't know what's in here, so we're going to take a look. It's just normal dirty... Oh, no, it's sterilized water. Okay, we could just swap that out with one of the empty bottles that we have. That seems to make perfect sense. All right, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to carve this guy up. So, because I think I have become a cannibal, and this is the only kind of meat that I crave. So, that's what we're going to do. Let's go into the crafting screen here. We're going to pick up the body, and whatever cutting implements are around, we've got a shard of glass. That will work. Chop him up. Clear all that stuff up, and as much of this meat as I can possibly carry, I'm going to go and take and put into the camp that I already have established. So we'll be able to pick up one of these big chunks of meat and one of these smaller chunks of meat. If I remove the can, we'll be able to get another one of these chunks of meat. So let's just empty that out. Picked up the string, put it there, and we'll get another one of these small chunks of meat. And I could drop more stuff and leave it on the ground so that I could carry more meat, and I'm tempted to do that. I think I'm gonna drop the t-shirt here. Matter of fact, what do I have as far as shirts and stuff? This t-shirt's in better condition than the one I'm wearing. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick that off. Okay, we're gonna leave this t-shirt behind. If we come back and get it, that's great, but if not, that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna grab 2 more of these small chunks of meat, so that we can cook up some food. We're going to eat that at our camp. Our camp's not far away. I'm hoping the fire is still going by the time we get there. And that's what we're going to do. So, all right. Let's go back to our camp. It's just right here. Oh, there's somebody here. So, he's got a medium-sized branch from a tree. He is barefoot and things. He's at far enough range that we could shoot him. And hey, it's another body to cook up, so I don't think we necessarily have to kill this guy. We could just threaten him and get him to go away. I mean, every time I shoot this rifle, it's $50 down the drain, pretty much. Threatening him, he might just run, but if he charges at me, he'll be within striking range, kind of. So it's kind of the thing where I want to take a shot now if I've got that opportunity. But if we threaten him or we demand his surrender, he might do that. And then we just get his stuff. I'm tempted just to shoot him, though, and kill him. Because if we kill him, I could just cook him up and I don't have to go back and forth and all this nonsense. So I'll try and see if we can get something out of him. I'm going to demand his surrender. I mean, I've got a rifle pointed at him. Let's see if he's going to comply. Okay, so what happened there? I demanded his surrender. He offers a ceasefire to the player, and he's temporarily distracted as a result. I mean, I demanded your surrender, dude. I could just talk to him, but I really want to eat him. So let's shoot him. We're gonna fire our rifle. Okay, I did hit him. We hit him on the right arm. He's stunned. I don't want to use the last bullet in my gun if I don't have to. So now I'm gonna demand his surrender again. See if he's learned. Okay. He's just bleeding. I did demand his surrender. He didn't comply. So we're going to advance on him. Okay, he's starting to flee. We're going to fire off another round at him. Okay, what happened? We hit him. He's unconscious. We hit him in the left arm. And he's fallen to the ground in an unbearable pain. And he tried to run away from us, but we're just going to slowly walk over to him. Because he's unconscious. There's no real threat here. We don't want to risk falling down and hurting ourselves or anything like that. So we're just going to walk over. And we're going to switch over to, not the rifle, but our fist. I'm going to have to wait, though, because I switched weapons. And then we're just going to lay into him with our punches until he's dead. Okay, he's dead now. Let's go into the inventory. Let's empty out what he's got. Oops, empty out. Okay, so he's got a blinky, which is pretty much a Twinkie. Okay, we've got a rifle scope. It's in bad condition, though. We've got his body, which we can use to cook. Let's empty out his pocket here. So he's got a can full of string. Speaking of which, what happened to my string? I could have swore I had string. Oh, I didn't have the shift. Ah, that sucks. All right, we'll empty that out. We can go get that string maybe another time. As a matter of fact, I know exactly where it is. All right, well, I don't know if I'm going to take this Twinkie thing or not. We've got this sack here. If we want to take that, it's an option. But for now, really what we were here to do was kill this guy and take his stuff. So, all right, let's go ahead. Oh, he has a cracker here too. All right, well, that's fine. I don't think we're going to do anything with it just yet. All right, let's go into just hitting the end turn button because that's what we got to do. All right, let's go into the crafting screen. So we should still have a fire, although it is died down a bit. We're going to use our stick here to stoke it. And then we're going to use that fire plus meat. And this initial meat, I'm just going to cook this meat. And we're going to eat that. So confirm. And we'll go into the inventory and we'll eat this. Okay, we're nice and full now. So what we're going to do now is just we're going to cure all the meat that we have in our hand for later eating. So let's go ahead and put this in our inventory. And I'm hoping that when we go back, we'll be able to get some of the other stuff. So to do the curing, we're going to want some ashes. So we're going to need to remove that from the campsite. It is kind of not the best that we used all of our rifle bullets. Again, that's money down the drain, but oh well. Okay, so we've done that. Let's go ahead and go back into our crafting, and we're going to get all of the meat that we can, and we're going to spend time here curing this meat. We're going to need the fire. We're going to need trapping skill. And we're going to need the ashes. So 1 per meat. We need 4. Okay, so confirm, clear, confirm, clear, confirm, clear, confirm, clear. Okay, we have a little bit more time left. We're going to take the cured meat. We're going to put it back in our inventory. Okay. And I guess that's good. We're pretty much good to go. We really didn't need to kill that guy in retrospect, but it was fun nonetheless. All right, I'll take the cracker with me too, just to do it. The can I'm going to leave behind. Let's go back to where we left our shirt. Okay, never mind. We're not going to go there. Okay, I don't know what this thing is, but it looks bad, and I don't want to die. So I guess that T-shirt and the string that we left behind is just going to be. Okay, hello. So we have ourselves a new friend. I'm going to have to use the rifle butt here, as I do not have another weapon in hand. We could, he doesn't see me, so we could just try and do a sneaky retreat here. As he does have a crowbar, that could be dangerous to us, so sneaky retreat. Okay, good. All right, there's a lot of bad guys in the area. We're going to want to avoid them and just get into town while we can. So, as much as this might be something we can salvage, I think we just move here. At this stage, I think moving into the woods is fine. Okay, we'll end turn. Okay, we're now into morning. I think I'd be okay going over here to scavenge, because we are getting closer to the town center. We'll end turn. Scavenge. We got our shack in the forest. Not a lot of loot chance, though, because of the proximity to the city, but we're going to try nonetheless. Okay, no luck there. Okay, so we're just going to go right into the junk market. And I'm going to take a look at Hatter and see if he's back. I wonder what's over here. I wonder if that's anything special. We should probably take a look at that. Okay, so go into the inventory. So the first thing I'm going to sell is the hunting rifle. All right, let's see if there's anything interesting here that we would want to buy. So we've got another pill organizer, but it seems like it's empty. We've got some rifle rounds, which we could have used for our rifle. But considering how expensive those are, I think we're just going to pass on that. And we already sold the rifle anyway. Granted, it looks like we could just buy it back for the same amount of money. We've got a tarp, flip-flop, a box, but that's also empty. Oh, that's right. We've got some bullets here. We're going to sell all those. So those were... it's not identifying it yet. So I'm not exactly sure what they were, but we did sell them nonetheless. All right, there is a spear here. It's a sharpened spear. We could actually make a better spear than that is, so... not really too concerned about that. I am going to take the monkey wrench and put that in our hand, because that's the only weapon we have right now. There is a lighter. It's in good condition. There is some cured meat and some cooked meat. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm not interested in anything here, really, purchasing-wise. I might want to go inside the city and see what there is to see. But for now... well, first I'm going to end my turn. Then we're going to go over to this corner and see if there's anything interesting over here. Okay, it just appears to be just stuff that's on the ground. Oh, hello. Okay, it's not quite in as good a condition. What do we have here? Is it sterilized water? It is. We'll just go ahead and drink that. Is it sterilized? It is. Okay. We're going to take the bottle with the sterilized water. We're going to replace that with one of the bottles we have. Put the monkey wrench back in our hand. We've got another wiretap. I think this is how you recharge electronics, but I think you have to have the skill to do it, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. We don't know if those berries are edible. That's spoiled. We don't know if those berries are edible. We've got one of these... UVDs, but it doesn't seem like they're worth anything. And then we've got a UVD case full of berries. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave this behind, but The backpack is an interesting prospect. Our big backpack is still holding out, though, it seems. Well, if we've got that kind of cool stuff around here, I guess it was good that we walked over this way. See what we got over here. Some long string. Well, we can actually do something with that. Just add that onto our long string pile. And some bad quality string. Okay, well, we're going to go back over, take a look at Hatter, see if we can do any business with him. Is there anything I'm missing that is something I definitely wanted to sell? Not that I can tell. I mean, we could sell the water. I don't know, does an empty bottle sell for the same? No, it's the water that you're selling. We could sell the shiv, which, you know, sells for an amount of money, but yeah, I'm going to go over to Hatter, see if we can talk to him, see if we can get a job from him. It says we can scavenge the area. That's interesting. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Let's go ahead and use that. Okay, let's see if he's in. Okay, yeah, it looks like it is. You step off the familiar lift, and Hatter turns to look at you, finishing his conversation. Private call with the client, boys. Hatter says to his hired guns, don't worry if this one kills me. Your pensions are nil either way. He circles behind his desk, and when the guards shut the doors behind him, he says, we have to talk. Okay? Some people have reached out to me. Some very powerful, very dangerous people who made it abundantly clear that I'm to tread lightly with this, hence the privacy. I can't tell you too many details, not until I know you're taking it on. What I can tell you is that it pays well, frankly. Given the compensation package, you may never need for a thing again. The catch is, well, as you might imagine, this is no cakewalk. The target is well protected, and you're expected to infiltrate rather than assault. Otherwise, I'd be having this conversation with a merc company. And of course, your discretion is implied in this price. I should tell you, risks being what they are, I can only offer this to you once. He sits back, giving you a few moments to take this all in. Can I count on you? Well, he already told me that I can't ask for any information unless I say yes. This is probably extremely dangerous, but I'm going to say yes, just because I think this is more interesting than just going off in the woods and just continuously trying to scavenge for supplies for money. Now, the upside of continuing to scavenge for supplies and money is I can go into the city and buy things. And one of the things that I'm really interested in doing is I know that there's augmentations you can do in the hospital, and I bet you those things are really awesome. So that's the one thing that I would want to do if I were to do it. I am very tempted to do this, though. I don't really want to ask who the client is. I just am going to say I'll do it because I don't want to make him upset. So let's do it. I mean, it's a one-time offer. Let's go. Hatter seems more stressed than relieved. I was afraid you'd say that, but for the record, I chose you for a reason. Resourcefulness is a valued trait these days. From the reigning mess in his office, he takes an atlas nearly fallen apart and pages a map of Michigan. Up here, he says, circling an area on the far north, there's a military base, Camp Grayling. It used to be called before the National Guard abandoned it. But don't get your hopes up. It's said they left behind a state-of-the-art security system, all unmanned, of course. Just machines without masters who, as far as I know, have let no trespasser live, ever. All right, we're not really hackers or anything like that, so this might be something that we really can't do. Okay, let's continue. I have heard a rumor, though, he interrupts himself. Maybe I read it. Anyway, I seem to remember hearing some protesters got around the defenses back in the day. He thinks a moment. It was something embarrassingly low-tech, too. He shakes his head. I'll be damned if I can remember what, though. You might rummage through some old newspapers to see if you can find that story. Oh, really? Okay. It beat getting chewed up by whatever they've got running up there. Okay, so that gives us kind of a task. But, Hatter exhales in a chuckle that's one part defeat, the other to be amused. Mind over matter, right? He takes out a small device from his pocket. Your job, besides infiltration, is to plant this right into the base's intelligence mainframe. The software will do the rest. I'm told where that I'm told, sorry. Where that mainframe is, however, remains unclear, but the data banks they used in those days were huge. Look for the biggest building and expect the doorway to be unobvious. Okay. The most important thing, do not insert the bug without finding an ID badge on site first. The barracks might be a decent bet for that. Once the bug is in place, all you have to do is make your way back here and, we'll begin Operation Easy Living, so to speak. Okay, I'll ask about the timetable. The timetable? That's good news, in fact. He leans back in his chair. Take your time on this one. Do some reconnoitering. Gather the resources you need first. The client wants it done sooner than later, but they don't have an immediate deadline. That it's done is more important to them than when. Well, I mean, it's been sitting there for years, conceivably, so I would imagine it doesn't matter. But enough about that. Hatter buzzes the guards back in. You have work to do, and I have a million things on my bucket list in case you really don't make it back. The guards allow you through, and before long, you're bracing yourself against the chill air of the sprawled streets. All right, so we have ourselves a first job from Hatter, and according to him, if we do it right, we need for nothing else. So, all right, let's firm that up. Now, I don't know how much I really trust this guy, to be honest with you. We do need to pick this up, though. We have room for it in our inventory, so it's not that big of a deal. I do find it interesting that we're still burdened, all things considered. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here. I think my next game plan, after we end our turn, is to go into the Detroit megacity and see what we can spend the money we've gotten so far, which is, what are we looking at? Over 1,500. I'm sure there's something we can buy that would help us. I don't remember 100% everything that's in there, but I'm going to look around. It doesn't hurt, and it's only going to take me, one turn to get over there? I'm sorry, one action to get over there after we end our turn. So it's not really that big of a deal. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.